All right, guys, take a look at this. This is the one I just took off the car. Guys,
milk is coming in 2-liter bottle.
Salvage Nation.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode from Salvage Nation. In this episode, I'm back on my 2012 Mk6 Golf R. Last episode, we got the car driving. That was a massive, massive episode. But like you've seen in the title, we broke it. Yes, I broke my Golf R. The first drive, it felt good. There were some knock-ins, there were some bangs, but after that video, I parked it up and there were a few major issues. So let's go through the list of all the bits that I've broken on this car. So before I show you that, I just want to say apologies, you didn't get a video last week. I had a family emergency which kept me away. I was at the hospital. You know, when it comes to family, that takes precedence. So I wasn't able to film and edit and actually put the video out. So apologies. So you're gonna be getting this video. Right. The first thing that broke on the car, you guys, a lot of guys in the comment actually pointed it out. My ABS system kept going off, which then meant that the Haldex system wasn't working and then my wheels were spinning out. So as nice as it sounded and as nice as it felt last time, that is not a true depiction of what this car can do. So I've done some research and I found out my front driving side ABS sensor was dodgy. I went ahead and I changed that, but I still got the same thing. I still got the same error, the same system keeps shutting down, everything. What I then found out was, if you remember, I had to take the engine out. When I took the engine out of the car, I took the drive shafts out of the car, and then we had to push it. If you remember in one of the episodes, I pushed it into Mustafa's garage at H&A Autos. Well, when I was pushing the car, whilst not having any drive shafts, what actually happened is the bearings within the hubs got damaged. And check this out, this is my replacement hub that I'm gonna be fitting now. And I just want to point something out to you. This is a brand new wheel bearing for the front driving side hub. And it's specifically for this car. I bought it from my parts supplier, which is local. It's a brand new product. Have a look at that. So, on the hub, as you can see, it's got this little protective plastic, and this is to protect the ABS ring. So let me get you some light. So because this little ring inside got damaged, that's the ABS ring. And when it spins, the ABS sensor, which is kind of sitting just like so, it picks it up. It's a magnetic ring and it picks it up and it tells the car is able to calculate how fast it's going and, you know, the direction of each wheel. And the ABS system needs this to be in perfect working order. I've found out that the driving side wheel, the one inside there, is damaged. So I'm gonna replace it with this, and it should be a pretty easy job. I literally just need to strip down everything there, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts right there, and that should go in. And then obviously the wheels kind of screw into that side, and that will sit kind of like that. So I'm hoping, I've got a brand new ABS sensor fitted to the car already. I've got no damage to the wiring. And once I've replaced this, my ABS system should be good to go, which then means the Haldex system should work and everything should be all good with that side of the car. Moving on, there was something else that happened. After I got out of the car, I realized there was a massive oil leak, and I got really scared, and I thought that, because we changed the oil sump, I thought there was a leak on the oil sump, got it up on the ramp, there was no leak on the oil sump, thank God. However, whilst the engine was out for all of these months, I must have nicked it, and one of the hoses, the turbo oil lead pipe, one of the hoses for those got a tiny little nick, and because it's a high pressure pipe, once the engine gets up to temperature and you start driving and the turbo starts producing boost, more oil goes, and it's under a lot of pressure and it's just squirting, squirting, squirting. So I've got one of those pipes in the post. It's quite late right now, but hopefully that's here tomorrow, and I'll be installing that in this episode as well. So that's 2 things that we've broken. Another thing that I broke was, in my haste, in the last video, I was so excited to get the bumper on and get the car out on a test drive, I actually forgot to tighten down one of these AC hoses. And what happened was, as I was driving, when the car sped up and the fans kicked in, you guessed it, the hose went into the fan and broke the fan, so I need to swap out the fan as well. So that's the oil leak, the fan, the ABS sensor and the wheel bearing all need to get swapped out. So hopefully that has brought you up to speed with what we need to do for today. So no more talking, let me get my tools, jack the car up, get the wheel off, get that bad boy swapped out, and then I'll move on to other things, and hopefully everything works. It's just after 9 o'clock in the night, so I'm gonna do as much as I can do tonight, and then hopefully I'll continue everything in the morning. All right guys, so there we have it. So I've gone ahead and I've stripped down the brake caliper, which is just up there. I've gone ahead and taken off the brake disc. And if you look at this section right here, this is the replacement part. As you can see, it's a like for like part, and it literally just bolts in 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it's a good thing I'm changing this out as well, because it's got quite a lot of rust on this. And if you have a look at this, this is the replacement part. It's a nice, shiny new part. So I'm happy about that. And I have to make sure that this magnetic strip inside doesn't get damaged. The next thing I need to do is remove this big nut right here, and that will give me access to remove the drive shaft right like that. And then once I remove the drive shaft, I should have access to the 4 screws which are holding it all together from the back. So I'm gonna go ahead, take everything down, blitz through this, and you'll see what I'm talking about once it's off. But before I do that, have a look right there. I've just jacked the car up and there's the oil leak. I'm gonna go under there as well and just double check that it's not too severe. I keep checking the oil in the engine to make sure that it's not too low. That is actually engine oil that's being fed to the turbo, and one of the turbo pipes has got a tiny little crack in it. Obviously, I just drove the car in, and that's why it was under pressure. It doesn't leak when the car is off. It's only once the car builds up pressure. So I really need to get that sorted because I don't want to damage my engine. Guys, I hope you're enjoying this. It's a late night for me. So if you like this, make sure you give me a thumbs up. And yeah, I'm gonna crack on and just blitz through what I need to do. And then hopefully this all works. All right guys, take a look at this. This is the one I just took off the car. Can you see that little regress right there? This is my replacement one. It's meant to be nice and flat like that so that the ABS sensor can read that magnetic strip. So the dark strip is the magnetic strip. If you have a look, somehow it's become damaged. And if you look right there, you can actually see it's got a big gorge. And another thing, have a listen. There's a lot of play in that. Shouldn't be like that. This one, no play, nice and smooth, and that should be a nice and easy replacement. So I'm happy that I've found out what the problem is. Hopefully once I swap this one out, my ABS system should be working, which then means that the Haldex system should be working and I should have 4-wheel drive. So let's get this in, and I know it's late, but I want to get it out and test drive it. There you have it guys, the new one has been fitted, but if you look right there, that little dot right there, that's the tip of the ABS sensor, and that's the plug for the ABS sensor right there. But the tip of the ABS sensor goes right up against that magnetic strip, and now you've got a proper strip. It's in the right position to give a proper reading to that ABS sensor, and now that should be able to tell my system that everything is all good. I know it was a little bit difficult getting the nuts out, but in all, it's an easy job. We're gonna get everything back together, get the car outside, and give it a little test drive. there you have it. I've gone ahead and I've replaced my wheel bearing, the wheels back on the car's dropped back down. Everything is looking nice. Hopefully, if all my calculations are correct, that should be it. Everything should be fine. Let's get the car outside and see if that has fixed my problem with my ABS, which then in turn should have fixed the problem with the Haldex system. Let's go. Right guys, so it's the next day here. I've gone ahead. Everything on the car is sorted. Let's test this to see if the Haldex system is working, if that ABS fix has been sorted, and if everything else is working. I'm gonna get Akil to give it a drive and see how it works. I can't take it too far because I need to get MOT and other bits done, but I can still give it a little rip. So let's see. Guys,
milk is coming in 2-liter bottle.
Guys, he prefers the big engines. I'm happy with my 2-liter turbo. Let's see what he thinks of it. Here. Put it in sports mode as well, because I want to check if the Haldex is working. To do launch control, you hold the ABS button down all the way until the second one comes off. Put it in sports mode, and then you just hold the brake and press the gas. And it's going to go to 4,000 RPM. You won't believe it, 2-liter turbo.
What's that, yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2-liter thing.
Guys, no spinning, that's the first run. Let's do a couple more. What do you think?
2-liter is good.
Oh, man.
4.5 RPM. Oh,
yeah. What you got to say now? What, only milk bottles come in 2 liters?
More faster than my bicycle, my motorbike.
Man, this thing's a beast. Guys, that was a result. Tell me what you think of this build so far. I'm so happy. I want to say a massive thank you to each and every one of you who got into the comments and roasted me last episode because my Haldex system wasn't working. I never had a clue, and because of you guys I was able to look into that, and I did a bit of investigation, and now the Haldex system is working. Everything on the car seems to be working fine. I just need to get one oxygen sensor for the car, and then the engine light should be able to go off after that because there's no other codes. Oxygen sensors, that's the least of my worries. My Haldex system is working, my ABS system is working, everything is working. I'm still on the hunt for a passenger side headlight for a Golf R, so if you've got one or if you know where I can find one, get in touch, drop me a DM on Instagram. I've ordered some parts for the car to fix the oil leak and to fix some other bits and bobs, so we're waiting for some parts to come in, and I've got good news. Here's a bit of an exclusive. We're gonna take a break on the Golf R build now because I've been going hard on this build, but what you don't know is behind the scenes I've been filming another build, and I'm gonna drop that next week, and you're gonna be getting episode after episode because I'm gonna be dropping each episode every single day next week for your viewing pleasure. So I've got that ready to go. The car is almost done, but I'm gonna take you back in time to when I received the car and what I had to do so far. So stay tuned for next week. We got a new build on the channel. If this is your first time watching this, make sure you smash that subscribe button so you don't miss out anything that I post and you don't want to miss next week. Right, this is where we're going to end the episode, guys. I'm going to go have a bit more fun. So like I always say, keep it moving and I'll see you in the next one.